Hey y'all, this is Saturday night and I think it's hailing outside. We do have some severe thunderstorms coming through. I've been watching Max Velocity on YouTube. That's who I watch when the weather is getting bad here. I do trust him, so no, he doesn't know me from Adam, but I think he's good at what he does, and so if you're looking for somebody like that, I would go check him out. And I do have him on the other phone. I am going to, this is going to start a little bit different because I thought I was videotaping it and I wasn't. So you missed some of it. We're doing this tonight. Oh, well, no, I got to turn it around. Okay. I'm all over the place tonight. Okay, let me backtrack. Before I turn it around and show you what we're doing, I will introduce myself. Hi, my name is Beth. For all of y'all that have never been here before, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. And for all of y'all that have been here many, many times before, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, I think it's hailing outside. It's hitting the bay door. My focus is a little off, so because I am sort of paying attention to what's going on outside and trying to do this too. So please forgive me if I seem like I'm just all over the place, because I am tonight. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. This is what we're going to be working on. I showed this to you on one of my haul videos. I've got the top. I've got the first step of the top done. I thought you were seeing all this, and you weren't. The pieces being cut out. The drawers are over here. I took them out. Two of the drawers have got this in the bottom. One I just decided to leave plain. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to put this back on here without losing it and hope that it works. And it did. Whew. I'm going to span it out as far as it will go. Now, I did show you the few things that I got from Temu. I'll go over it real quick. We're going to be using these. It's a bird stamp. I didn't get much stuff. I got some ribbon. And I paid $1 but it's not very long, so I'm going to cut this in half. But I don't think it was worth that. I got some really pretty desert paper. And I got some really cool, real colorful paper. It's called Bohemian, I think. And then this is some more paper. And I'll show it to you at a later date because I've already done this and I'm afraid it's going to start getting too long and too late. So we're going to go ahead and try to finish doing this. I'm going to flip it over on its side. I am wetting this because this is fabric. It's like a canvas type thing, and I'm just wetting it a little bit, and I'm not being careful at all, y'all. I've got a brush and I'm just sort of scooting it around, and I'm not worried about getting too much in here. What I'll do is, if I have too much on there, I will take this sheet of paper, because this is the one I'm putting on the front, and I also put it on this piece. And I do want it to sort of go up underneath. And so I sort of push it up underneath there too. Now you can be a lot neater if you want to with this. This is just the first step, and so I'm trying to rush through it. The fun stuff is yet to come. This is just the necessity right here. And this is old Mod Podge, and it's real lumpy. and I am adding water to the paper. And I did take the tape, like I've showed you many times before, because this is scrapbook paper. This is almost like cardstock, but you can make it as thin as you want, and I like working with thinner paper than thicker paper. And yes, I've got tears, and yes, you know, it gets holes, but I can correct that. I still think it's a lot easier. Okay, I want it this way, and I want to be able to play with it a little bit, but too late. It is what it is. Okay. Oh no, that I don't want happening. So I need to be a little bit more careful. I knew that that piece was there, and that's okay. Yes, and I am wetting it because I want to sort of be able to do this very carefully. I'm trying to get the bubbles out. And while it's wet, I can. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing over on this side, and I'm putting some and this is just so I can get it flat. And this paper is thin enough now where it's actually going through it. Okay. Let me get a baby wipe. Yeah, I'm trying to get the excess off. That is the piece I do not want. I'm making it worse. Okay, I'm going to just let it dry, and then I'll put something there to cover it up. I am trying to pick, I don't know if you can see me. I'm going to wait for this to dry. Yeah, I'm going to wait for that to dry to get this off of there, because I'm afraid that I will tear it. Okay. This is just the first step. This came out of that scrapbook book that I got at Salvation Army Thursday that I showed y'all. There wasn't enough to do the whole thing, which is fine. I think different colors make a piece look more interesting anyway. See, this is already getting dry, so. It's getting good and dry. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's give this a little bit more time. Get a little bit more dry before we do the other side. And I'm not really worried about the back side because it's the back. Now, I'll always finish the back, but I'm not as worried about it as the sides or the top. And I am sort of trying to push it up underneath that lip. Okay, this is the piece that's going on the back, and I don't think it's quite big enough, but oh well. We're going to distress it anyway, so I don't think it's really going to make that much difference. But I am going to put it all over the back, and you can tell, I mean, I'm not taking any great care at all. I'm wetting the paper, and then I'm putting the Mod Podge, because I'm putting it on both sides. Because there's no pattern on this, I don't really have to even worry about and this is like linen paper. So you can actually push this around a little bit more. Actually a lot of fun because you don't really have to worry about it too much. Okay. And we're putting another coat on top, and I am going to spray this again to thin it out, because we are going to be putting many different layers. And so right now I just want to get a semi seal on top of this first layer of paper. And then I will go back. I cannot do this with, okay, that works. So we will try to dry this. Sorry, I just hit the camera stand, the phone stand. It's actually not a camera, it's a phone. I like that right there. That looks aged and stressed and worn. Where the paper spinner right there. It's already getting dry. Not dry enough for me to. I'm going to be able to turn this over to do the other side. This is a really easy way of taking something that doesn't look real good and turning it into something that is your own, you know? Make it into something that you like. You see, the bottom. That's the bottom. I'm not going to mess with that. There's no reason to redo that. You're never going to see. It's always going to be sitting on it. I'm thinking about putting some legs on there, though, to be quite honest. I think that would be cool to bring it up a little bit. I think anytime you can have a piece sitting on your desk or your dresser or anywhere you're going to put it, where you've got a little space where you can slide something else up underneath that, I'm always for being able to use the space for multiple items. Okay. Now I do have to remember that's the front, so right. Oh, yeah, this way. Okay, it goes that way. That's what I needed to remember. It goes this way, and I should have thought about that when I cut it, because I cut it that way. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, I don't want Max is coming through with garbage. He's trying to be really, really careful about not making any noise. Y'all say, "Hey, Max." Okay, I'm gonna put it on that way. Nothing says it has to be the exact match to the other side. Yeah, this has got big old chunks of glue. And once again, we're just going to very sloppily. And you don't have to be careful with this. You really do not. Not with this, not with fabric. Now, if you were doing a slick surface, it would be totally different. But with something with a fabric like a canvas backing, it is not going to make a difference. Okay, and I'm going to spray the paper down. And I am going to put glue, Mod Podge actually. I normally don't use straight up Mod Podge either. But I've got so much of it, I figured I might as well use what I've got. And because this is just, you know, this is just going to be for an organizer. if it was a nicer piece or something that was, you know, really decorative, there's better decoupage glues out there. But Mod Podge works, so that's what we're using. And I tore this right there. That's okay. Just gonna make sure that do this and just get the and I'm going to just let it dry and then I'll cut it off. I think that will work better than me trying to do it when it's this wet. Okay, let me get the extra glue off. It's felt down in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some regular glue and not use Mod Podge to get that to go back down. This is Mod Podge that has dripped, and I don't want that right there. So I'm cleaning up. A drip. And put my glue right here. That's pretty good, but this needs some glue. Needs a little bit, so let's just put some right in there. Okay. So let's dry this off a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to put a little bit more Mod Podge over the top, because I forgot to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and I'm going to add some water, because it can be a thin coat, because we're going to be putting at least one more, if not two more coats on this. Just trying to get the most of it off and get it thinned down. And you can hear the thunder now rolling in. And Buster, poor Buster, we didn't sleep much last night. We tried the hat, we tried the scarf around the ears, we tried everything. We tried getting him to snuggle up underneath. He wouldn't have any part of that whatsoever. Bless his heart. He was one scared little uncomfortable puppy dog. And Dan and I were two tired pet owners. I think we're going to have to find, I even tried music, y'all. I even got on YouTube. No, I did. I got on YouTube, and I was looking for pet music to make pets calm during thunderstorms. Yes, indeed. You can find anything on YouTube, y'all. That didn't work either. It almost put me to sleep a couple of times, though. He's upstairs with Dan. He won't come down here. I think he'd be better down here. But he won't come down here. So he's upstairs with Dan. I don't have a clue. Well, I do, because I know what he does during thunderstorms. Now, if I was upstairs, I'd have the TV blaring with some kind of bebop 50s and 60s music, hoping that it would drown. Oh no, you see what I did? I'm so bad about that. Yep, I tore it. Poo, 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 poo. Okay, I'm not going to give up. Because this is so forgiving if you can get it. Stretch back out. You gotta have that light touch, and boy, I don't have it. Oh, boo. Afraid I'm gonna make it worse. That's what it is. My hands are all sticky. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I'm talking to it like it can hear me, right? Like this little piece of paper is gonna. Ah, poo. It's just okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Oh, I heard from Hip Crafter, and they are sending me the 3 things that I told them that I would love to have. I'm not going to tell you what they are right now. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But they all pretty much go together, and I'm real happy about getting them. Yeah. There's always a way around it. You just make it look intentional, right? You add to it, and since I love stuff old and let's see, we're going to go ahead and do this. I know it's not totally dry, but now IOD new spring release came out on Thursday, and I've already got a bunch in the cart that I'm fixing to get. I have to order it. from Etsy. I don't have any local stockists here. Okay, where is my brown? I brought my brown ink. There it is. My favorite ink is the StazOn. It doesn't mean that you have to use it. And I probably should have sanded this off. If you lightly sand your stamps off when you first get them, it helps the ink to adhere to it. And I'm just doing this in hopes, and normally I would have this down, but I'm trying to do this so you can see whether or not it's going to smear. I don't know. It did not even, oh, it's not dry enough. But it did not even take the ink. My hands are sticky. See, I can touch it and it's not doing that. So that's really surprised me right here. But we'll try it again. And again. And again if it doesn't work. And again, and again, and again. I'm cleaning it off with an alcohol wipe. Okay. I'm just taking a fingernail file right here. Okay. Let's try it again. Maybe I didn't put enough ink on there. I know that's enough. Let me. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, it's gonna stick. Oh no, okay. That worked better. Okay. Oh. Okay, good enough. Nobody is going to notice that at all. Okay. And we are going to use some of this. Looks good to me. Okay, and now we've got to go and do the birds on the other side. And we also have to de-stress this side. So let's go ahead and de-stress this side. And I'm trying to get it sort of in the same spots, but a little different. And I do take a, I'm using watercolors, by the way. And the longer you leave it on, like I can do this and leave it on a little bit. I don't want that black on there though. So I'm going to go and make sure that good. Okay, and see that's been left on a little bit longer. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Just play with it and do what you like with it. And then I'm going to take my bird stamp. I wonder if I could use another one. I can do anything I want to do, right? Yes, I can. So let's see. I want one flying though. I don't really like that one. I guess I'll stick with the one I had. See, I took the one that I like the best out. So. Let me do that down here, because that paper is probably not. And I do try to clean it off of the. And they don't have to be at the same spot. Oh, that did not take. So it tells me it's too wet. Good enough. You don't want it. Good enough. Okay, and I think what I'll do with the top, let me get some of this orange color in there too, because I really like the orange. Looks sort of rusty, almost. Looking. Okay. Now we need see, I hope I don't mess this up, y'all. Okay. I haven't even finished the drawers yet. But I think we're doing okay in time. Oh yeah, just 54 minutes. Woo! Okay, now I can use some of these birds. Okay, use that. And then that one. Are they all? Yeah. Okay, I'm sort of just trying to figure out where. Oh, this would be backwards though. Okay. So. It would still work. Okay. Okay, let's try it. 2 at a time. Let's be brave. Oh no. Yeah, I know I got it wrong. Okay, I'm just going to have to do it one at a time. Oh no. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that worked really good. that's cool. Okay. Okay, are there leaf stamps in here? Let's see. Oh, there's little flower stamps too. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's just the head of a parrot. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Let me re-ink this really, really good. Well, it could be better, but I'm not going to complain. I smushed it too much. Okay. And then let's do some leaves. And I'm going to just put that on top like that. Can you see me down here? Okay. And I'm going to turn this around. It's sticking to my finger, which is really cool. Oh, but I don't want it dropping. And it did. But that's okay. Yep, I'm just using stamps. I'm playing with stamps. Yep. Okay, good enough. Now if I wanted to, I could, do I want to do, let's try this. I think that's good enough. I'm putting my stamps back on here. Am I putting them on the right place? Probably not. Telling you, I can't ever get stamps back on the stamp pad the way they're supposed to. I know. You're supposed to just follow the... And I'm not going to put this up yet because I love watercolors, y'all. You can use watercolors on so many things. It does not have to be just canvas. And I may be bringing them out in a minute, but we're having to... we don't even have the drawers done yet. I forgot all about the drawers. And on one of the drawers, it is not glued down, and I don't know which one it is. I don't want to pull it up if it's glued, but yeah, that's definitely not glued. Okay. So I am going to take some glue, and I do use Tight Bond Quick Set. It's a wood glue. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to just put yep. Well, I'll tell you what. This is doesn't want to come out. Woo-wee. Just using this. Now this is, I did not thin this paper out, I don't think. And it should just slide right in, but I want to make sure that okay, and I am going to put a little bit of the glue on top, and I am sort of just using this to spread it. And it is to seal this in here. This is the Mod Podge right here. I am going to take the excess out though. And I'm trying to make sure that there's no air bubbles up underneath. Let's see, there is one right there. And I'm trying to keep it pretty wet right now while I'm doing this. And my nail just hit that. So there it is in this drawer. Now this one is going to be, oh, this is going to be a pain. I know it's going to be a pain. I'm trying to get this on with that. And I'm going to cut it right here. But I think it's going to be messy, but we're going to try. I will clean it off of this piece, but I want to make sure Okay. I'm going to wet my paper down. And I think I'm out of water. Way too much. Well, that's right. Just do it in pieces. I did not want to take these off, but I'm about ready to say I should have taken these off. Yeah, I don't know about this right here. I can probably make it work, but do I want to is the question. Do I just want to start all over with another piece and just cut it 2 pieces? Because that's right there. I mean, that's right in the front. We're gonna go with 2 pieces. And I do have extra. I don't know what I did with it right now, but we're going to use 2 pieces. Okay. Yeah, no, this is not going to work either. So, we're going to scrap this. Can y'all hear the booming outside? I hope Buster's okay. Yeah, I am going to clean up just a little bit because I think I've done really well, y'all. Because we are going to go a different route now. And I've got to make sure that my brushes are cleaned out. Because I'm fixing to use this one again. I like this brush actually. We're going to paint the front because I can't get that paper. I could, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing it. So I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to paint it, and I think I've got a color real close to that in my chalk paint. Real close to this. And yes, I used alcohol, hoping I could get the stamping out, but oh, it's not coming out. Yep, I was afraid that I was making a boo-boo. I was so good about keeping this mat clean. And this, y'all, is what I clean all the time. And I don't wait, because I have ruined this mat now. Okay, let's see if I can't find, I hope I can find it. If not, maybe I can find one close enough. This is moss. This is not the one I was thinking of. I do not, yeah, this is two. But let's keep that there for right now, because I'm thinking I have one that's sort of mint. And so let me look up here real quick. Thinking I had a mint chalk paint, which it may be in this one. Let's see, sage. No, that's too blue. That's Cascade. That's too blue. That's too green. Here we go. Okay, let's get some white. Come on. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Now the front's a little beigey, so maybe, just maybe, that's still way. This is my old bottle, that's the reason why I'm sticking. I think I should have added just a little bit of this to my white, to be quite honest. But it may look lighter on the front of that, so that's what we're going to hope for. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try it. Good enough. I can add some brown to it. I'm telling you, this needs to be wet. Okay. Yeah, making sure this part of it is wet. Yeah, that's so much easier. Yep. I don't know if you can see this, and I'm sorry if you can't. And I'm not being real careful around this because I can just wipe it off. Make sure that it's off underneath here too. And I could have taped this and it would have made it so much easier. There's so many things I could have done to make it easier on me. But I was going to put paper on here, so things changed in the course of me doing it. And everybody needs to do it their own way. There is not one right way. And if I could emphasize anything with art, that would be it. And you're always going to have somebody say, oh, well, no, you should have done it this way, or no, you should have done it that way, or this is the best way. Well, you know, it's their best way. That doesn't mean it's the only best way. Please note that, and please remember it. The most important thing is for you to be you. People can teach you tips and tricks and shortcuts and show you their way of doing things, and you can take a little bit of that and a little bit from somebody else and a little bit of something else, and then you can turn it into your thing. You add your own touch to a lot of different stuff. Okay, let me show you the difference real quick. You see the difference? There is a difference. Now, when I put it in here, are you really going to see much of a difference? You really don't see much of a difference. And when I get through dry brushing this, when this dries, and I dry brush a little bit of white, and I dry brush some brown on it, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. And I am trying to dry it. Okay. And I am using it full strength in some areas because there's old glue on here and I want it to cover it up. I think so, that's the spots that's on here is some old glue, maybe. I'm not sure, but I do know that I want that to be covered up, so that's why I'm putting it on without watering it down at first, because it absorbs into it. And I'm trying to be real careful. Because I know that I can do this. If I was using something that I knew I couldn't get off, then I'd probably tape it off, or I would use a smaller brush, or there's a lot of things that I could do. And yes, I'm trying to get some of it off of there because I don't want a real heavy. Oh, I have to do the paper. Well, let's make this the middle one. Did I not glue that down? Oh, good enough. And once again, once I dry this, it's dry, and I do a white dry brush over it, and then some brown over it. It will blend right in. Okay, and for time's sake, I am not going to put this in. I mean, you saw me do the top one. So we're going to go ahead, and I am going to get this wet because I don't have a lot of glue on. Oh, I got a bunch of glue over here, though. I'm running out of water, y'all. There it goes. Okay. I think that's good enough. Ooh! Boy, it just jumped up and grabbed a hold of. Again, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Because this is sort of fabric, I'm trying to brush it into the fabric, not just on top. So therefore, I'm not taking as great concern about making sure I don't get it on the trim, because I know that I can wipe that trim right off. But I do want to make sure that I get it all the way. Okay. And I'm taking a little bit of it off. And I hope you can see this. I'm just realizing that you may not see this. There's the front. Looks so much better. Now I do see a spot, because I do want this color up here. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry this a little bit. Okay. And then I am going to take my white. Really not. There it goes. Okay. The white is picking up the material texture. What I need to do is put a brush in there so I don't have to touch it. Okay. And I know this is slight, but there is a reason for doing this. I know you can't even see me, can you? This thing is so big that for me to be able to see what I'm doing, it's hard for you. Can you see that? Still booming out there. Okay, now I'm going to take one of my alcohol wipes, because now I'm going to try to get any white paint around the edges off. See, my fingers are so nasty with paint that when I touch it, it's another reason why you should keep your hands clean when you're doing this. Okay, I got all those cleaned off. And I am going to put my paint up because we are done with that part of it. Just had paintball. Okay. I'm going to cover my brushes right now.